Since the beginning of times, the beer elements have always been balanced. But this is no longer the case. The balance must be restored.
Do you know what the 5 beer elements are?
And we got a mix pack. And one of the beers in there was
Oh
Black Forest Cake.
no! Did you get it?
It's a very limited edition beer. Given that conversation that we just had with that weird little star dude, I think that we may need to summon the dead.
I have an idea. Is it the white whale?
Welcome back, everybody, to Beer Brackets of the Month, episode 8. Alessandro, we've made it to 8. We've done it.
We did
And
it.
this is a very... we did it, man. We did it. The last episode was a little bit of a rough ride, but we are back. We took a little bit of a break over the holidays, but we are continuing on, guys. This is the show where we open and close our beer brackets. Alessandro and I present some awesome beers to each other that we want to talk about, we want to try together. We discuss beers as only the guys here at Beer Brackets can do. Alessandro, today, I've got something to show you. Today, my friend, today is an epic moment in Beer Brackets history. It is an historical, monumental day, my friend. And I know normally, we talk a little bit before we get into the opening of the Beer Brackets, but I think today I got to get right into it, man, because I am excited. This goes back over 1 year to Beer Brackets of the Month, episode 1. There is one beer that we tried together a couple of years ago, last time I visited you in Florida, that we never had again, that we were looking for, and we dubbed it our white whale. Well, my friend, today, to open our beer brackets, it is time. I will ask you, can you ring the magic beer bell?
I sure can, my friend. Let me get it. Look at it, the magic beer bell.
Love that beer bell. That beer bell's only brought us great things.
It really has. Are you ready, my friend?
It's a big moment. It's such a big moment. I'm ready. Ring it. The white whale.
Oh my god, does this mean we just should have rang this beer bell?
We just should have rang it the whole time. Guys, we have been searching for this beer for so long. This is the Ale Gâteau Forêt-Noire, or the dark black forest cake beer by Unibroue, my home province back in Quebec. Unibroue, one of my favorite breweries. Alessandro and I tried this beer together for the first time. We got in a mix pack when I was visiting him down in Florida. They had this in there, and then it was discontinued after. They never brewed it again. And him and I were sitting in his kitchen at 1 a.m, closing our beer brackets for the day. Our tourist beer brackets. He was showing me around there down in Tampa. And, we're sipping on this. And we just couldn't believe it. It blew our minds. And we've been talking about this beer ever since, and they discontinued it for a while. It was available as the 25th anniversary, along with another blonde beer that they offer for Unibroue, but they just brought it back. The white whale has been captured.
You captured the white whale. That's so cool.
I know. Oh, this is so monumental. I feel like I can't even do it justice. But please, good sir, tell me, what are you opening your beer brackets with?
So, not as epic as yours, I have to say. And I will say, I'm a little disappointed in the beer bell. With the magic, at least make another one appear here, right? But I'm happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you.
The beer bell is not being fair here. It should have made 2 appear. But, we'll take what we can get.
Exactly. And to be fair, I will say that this first beer that I'm presenting here today was quite a find, not a catch as the one you just managed.
But if you were saying it's quite a find, then it's got to be pretty good. So I can't wait. What is it?
I don't think you've had this specific beer, but you definitely had
Are you so sure?
This brewery And you talked about it, if I'm not mistaken, on the Beer Bracket of the Month before. I don't remember what episode. It is specifically the Ola Dubh 10th anniversary, my friend.
You found another one of the Ola Dubhs?
I did. And I was actually so lucky because there were only 2 left when I found it.
Oh my God.
I know it's not exactly the one you had. I believe you had the 16th year Highland Park, aged in the 16th year. This is the 10th year anniversary. And the difference, for my understanding, is that it's aged in the 12-year Highland Park casks.
Oh my God.
But it's also, because it's the 10th year, it's aged for a full 2 years, which, according to what it says here, it's 3 times longer than normal.
Wow.
So, there you have it.
That's intense. 2 years is a really long time. I'm assuming, is it the same beer that was in the 16? I think it is, right?
I think it is. It doesn't say anything different on the website or on the.
I think it's the same one. From what I read. Whoa! The white whale just exploded on its own.
Alive! It's alive!
Dude, this is really freaky. It couldn't wait. I just took the little metal cap thing off and it exploded.
It couldn't wait, man. It couldn't wait.
All the aromas coming out of this. And actually, I looked up the pronunciation. It's pronounced Ola Dubh. Just do.
Ola Dubh.
Yeah, because I was pronouncing it wrong the whole time. But I think it says on the bottle too, like how to pronounce it for us North Americans. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when we had that. I think it was Pure Bracket of the Month episode 2. And it was so unbelievable. And I kept telling you over and over again, like, I wish you could have this beer. So if it's anything similar to it, I'm really excited for you to taste that one, man.
This is going to be fun. So see, the Beer Bell knew I needed to present this beer. So I'm actually happy that, in a way, we're going to... this is a smaller whale, a baby whale.
Really actually kind of amazed that the cork just blew off this thing on its own. It's pretty amazing.
There's forces.
Dude, there's forces at play here that we don't even understand.
Beyond.
Let's pour them out, man.
Let's do it, my friend.
Let's show everybody.
Do it.
I'll wait for you so we can pour at the same time.
Oh yeah, sorry. I just gotta do the little ceremony here with the...
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Don't worry about it.
Let me get a glass because that's important.
The white whale. Oh, Lord. It is dark. Oh, yours looks just as dark as that term Ola Dubh. Doesn't it mean like engine oil? Dark black engine oil?
Yes, I think
it doesn't disappoint, right? Look at that. It's pitch black.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it here on the side.
I butchered this pour a little bit. Got a little too carbonated, which is fine. I'll let it settle down a bit.
Oh my God, wow.
You know what? Right off the bat, it actually smells a little different than what I remembered. Really? So again, a little bit of backstory on this. They discontinued this beer for about probably 2-3 years. And then they just started brewing it again. And this could just be total just remembering it wrong, but I remember the aroma being a little bit more chocolatey.
Okay.
This is like all cherry so far in the aroma. Well, cheers, my friend.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Tasting the white whale again. Okay. How is that one?
Wow.
Tell me about it, because I want to know if it's the same one, like similar to what I had.
I'll try to describe best I can. Like the nose is extremely inviting, obviously. You can tell that it's a barrel-aged beer. But compared to a lot of other barrel-aged beers that I've had, on the nose is way less intense. Like you don't smell too much of the, the whiskey presence. It's very balanced, very mellow, but you can definitely tell it's there. You get those dark, deep chocolate, coffee notes. And then on the palate, it's actually extremely light. I mean,
it is, right?
A lot of the stouts are very syrupy and dense. This is extremely light. It's so delicious.
Does it remind you a little bit of the Innocent Gun Irish whiskey barrel?
Yes, absolutely. I couldn't have found a better comparison, my friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Because this is a beer that Alessandro and I both really, really love, and it's kind of seasonal. You can't get it all year round. It's by Innocent Gun, which is a big brewery. They have a stout that's aged in Irish whiskey barrels. When I had the Ola Dubh the first time, I thought, not exactly. They're different, but that was kind of a close comparison.
I think that's spot on. I will say on this one here in particular, maybe it's because it's aged like for that long in the barrel, the finish is so complex. I mean, I am still tasting the beer now, and you saw like I've taken the sip like quite a long ago, and it's still lingering. It's still like so subtle and nice. Delicious.
I'm so happy you were able to get that. That brewery, they're Harviestoun, I think is the name of the brewery, right?
Yes, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Harviestoun.
Yeah. Their beers are amazing. What they do is incredible.
This is the episode of the flashbacks. Like you caught the white whale, I caught like a different wild beer that I wasn't able to find before.
Different wild roaming beer.
Yes.
Oh. This is a really light and really fluffy, and it's really sort of, you think of a Black Forest cake, put a picture up of it.
Yep.
Right here, or right here. No, right there, of course. You think of, the layers of, really dark chocolate cream, chocolate icing, and then that sort of like maraschino cherry on top, right? So it gives you that sort of really sour, potent cherry flavor. So you get those dark chocolate hints, really, really nice cherry mix in there, which goes well with the bitterness of the dark chocolate. This is 10-point-something% alcohol. Yeah, we're looking at 10.5% alcohol, and it is fantastic. This is delicious, my friend. It was the white whale for a reason.
I'm so happy you were able to catch it, my friend. Like, I mean, it's honestly, like you say, even if it sounds like they might have changed the recipe a little bit.
I think they did a little. I think they did.
It still sounds amazing, and I mean, hopefully they keep brewing it so that next time we manage to get together, or we might be able to enjoy it together.
No.
One beer to close.
Well, it's been a while since we've heard this. All right, get ready. Hold your beer, man. You know what happens now.
Yep. Hold on to your beer. Let's go.
Wait. Nothing's happening. We're still here. Are you still here?
Yep. And it doesn't smell like soup for once.
It doesn't smell like... I was kind of hoping you... I like that smell of soup. It was really
I kind of like it.
And comforting.
It's nice.
We're still right here. I wonder if this had something to do with not closing our Halloween beer brackets and leaving them open that time. Do you think?
I told you, man. I told you.
Like, man, you don't understand. You didn't see what happened. There was like, the wizard.
I mean, I think it's a big deal. Like, you kind of have to close those beer brackets. So yeah, that could be.
We say it at the end of every episode too. We remind people about this, and then we just went ahead and didn't close our beer brackets.
We got to do something about this at a certain point. Like, we
it's
need
being
to
chased
figure...
by a wizard.
Oh,
you see that?
Look, another beer spirit. I see it.
Wait, but we're seeing him in this world.
Yeah. Do you see him too?
Yeah. Look at that little guy.
So wait, maybe he can help us with finding the fifth beer element, because nobody seems to know where it is, what it is.
That's kind of our mission this year too. I mean, so what's your name? Can you help us with finding that fifth beer element?
Wow. Okay.
That was a little rude. Come on, man.
Okay, we're not experts, but do you really need to be an expert to enjoy a beer? I don't think so. Like, you can just, have a good time.
It's beer.
Chill. Beer. It's just beer. Relax.
What do you mean it's not real beer?
Okay, so what do you suggest then? What real beer do you like?
This guy, like, it's just beer. It's beer.
That was intense. Like, he was feisty. Like, what happened?
I don't know. He was really, really upset. Maybe he was the one leaving all those comments on our videos.
I bet that's him.
That was an extremely, extremely exciting opening beer bracket, man. I don't know how we were ever going to top that, but it is time. We're going to have to put these delicious beers aside, as we always do in these Beer Bracket of the Month episodes, my friends. And we are going to have to close our beer brackets. My friend, I will let you go first, since I started with the opening with my announcement of the white whale. What are you closing your beer brackets with today? I can't wait to see. I'm going to hold on to my opening beer bracket while you show me your close bracket, because this is just too delicious.
Well, I can't blame you, man. What a delicious opening beer bracket.
It's so good.
let me see if I can at least like get close to that level of highness there with another wild beer that was roaming that I was able to catch. So I found
it's like Pokemon.
this, and again, like this, like was just not the last two. So there were a few more, but still, look what I was able to capture here. This is the Guinness chocolate mint stout.
Are you kidding me? That's a thing?
It is.
Also, I never told you this before, but like mint chocolate is kind of like my favorite thing in the world. Like
really?
After 8 chocolates, that's my thing.
Look at that. Look at that.
They make a mint chocolate stout?
A chocolate mint stout aged in Kentucky bourbon barrels. And I can tell you that it's...
is that made at the Baltimore brewery?
It is. It's part of their barrel aging project. And,
you're blowing my mind here, man. I'm actually a little shocked.
I was shocked.
I'm in awe right now.
I was shocked too when I found it.
Where did you find that beautiful wonder of nature?
See, it's a wild beer.
Where did you find that wild beer? A beautiful wild beer.
Isn't it nice?
It's gorgeous.
So I tried to research it a little bit, and their website of the Open Gate Brewery in Baltimore, they don't really mention this specific, or at least I wasn't able to find it like in their list of beers, because my understanding is that it's a special release. So it might be, again, part of the projects that they're doing with the barrel aging process. The only thing that I was able to find was the head brewer of the Open Gate Brewery that mentioned that like they use the dried mint during the brewing process, and then they aged it in the Kentucky bourbon barrels. And then they condition it with cocoa. So the chocolate comes in at the very last phase, dark chocolate.
My friend, this is some Area 51 stuff right here. You found a secret, hidden, top secret beer that is not on the website, that nobody talks about, that's flying under the radar, that you were able to somehow locate. You are probably never going to see again. And I am probably never going to get that sounds like, oh my God. That sounds delicious. I'm impressed. It's like good work.
Almost like an alien beer. Look, it's green also.
It's almost like an alien beer. Yeah, it's got the green label and everything. You've done the beer bracket fan base proud, my friend. You've done very, very well, I must admit. I got to put away I can't wait to hear about that beer. I'm just like, screw everything else. I just want to hear about that beer. But I got to...
It's your turn, my friend. What are you closing with?
It is my turn. I think... This is a beer that I don't know if you've tried this or not. I've seen it around for a while, and I've always wanted to try, and I've been saving it for a special occasion. And I always say, what better occasion to try a beer for the first time than a beer bracket of the month with you, my friend. And so this is a beer from Belgium, because of course it is a Saison, but it is regarded as possibly the original Saison, or at least the most well-known, popular, and regarded as the best Saison that you could possibly ever get your beer-loving hands on. I am closing my beer brackets with the Saison Dupont. Have you ever tried this one?
I have not, my friend. I've heard of it, but I've never tried it.
I have never tried this either. I think it has like a 96% on Beer Advocate. Like, it has insanely high ratings. This is, from what I've read, pure gold in beer form. As far as beers go, this is one of the holy grails. The Brasserie Dupont, of course, is located in Belgium. You can see, I'll put a little picture up here on the top of the cap. It says Dubh. I think I'm probably, even though I speak French, I'm probably butchering the pronunciation of that little town. But that is the town where the farm is, and it's still brewed on the farm. Guys, if you haven't seen, go back and watch our Inside the Brackets on Farmhouse Ale, the legend of the Farmhouse Ale. My friend, that story you told in that Inside the Bracket is pretty much the story of this brewery. So they started brewing this back in the 1800s, and they had a big farm out there in this little town in Belgium where they still brew the beer. And they had a bunch of seasonal workers that would come in on the summer and help them plow the land and take care of the land. And so they would brew beer to give the workers in the summer, right? Exactly the story that you told. And so this was the beer that this particular farm brewed. And it's double fermented, so it actually has some extra double fermentation, secondary fermentation. So what they do, they brew the beer, they store it over winter, that secondary fermentation kicks in, and then they crack it open in the spring and the summer, and they serve it to all their workers. And that is the origins, and they've been using the same recipe ever since. And apparently in the 1920s, it converted from just being a farm to being a farm brewery. So it's a massive production now. Obviously, they export on a wider scale, but it's still a functional farm. So there you go. I am beyond excited to try this beer. I am beyond excited to hear about that beer that you have. My friend, this could be the best episode of Beer Bracket of the month ever. We have the White Whale making an appearance. We have all these amazing beers. Oh, you found an Oladoo.
It is quite an amazing episode, my friend. And like you say, what better occasion than opening all of these beers and being together and enjoying them together?
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Let's pour out these beautiful beers.
Yes.
Can you just describe to me what yours looks like? I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I wish I could be there. Oh, look at this. Wow. This is highly, I assumed it would be because of the secondary fermentation, but it is so highly carbonated. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but that little stream of bubbles shooting up from the bottom of the glass through to the top. That is just beautiful. What does yours look like over there? It looks like it's not too... Okay, so it's not too highly carbonated, which is expected.
It is not, and I'm going to show you here on the side. It's pretty dark. Like, I would say it's as dark as the Oladoo is. So, clearly barrel-aged. It looks like the Oladoo, lighter and less viscous than a lot of the stouts that, you find that have been barrel-aged, which I guess, it's a little bit of the Guinness touch on it. It's not highly carbonated. But my friend, the smell.
Oh,
The smell.
I gotta tell you.
The aroma.
Tell me all about it. I can already picture it, but tell me all about it.
So I'm not sure what the name is, but the first thing I think when I smell this beer is those mint patties. I think they're York.
Peppermint patties, yes. And there's the After 8 chocolates too that are kind of similar. Exactly,
the After 8. Yeah. It's even a better comparison. That's exactly how this beer smells, and I'm not kidding. There's beautifully made. The chocolate, you can smell the mint that comes through, very, very, very gentle. I can't wait to taste this.
I will buy a bag of York peppermint patties at the grocery store, and there's 25 of those little puck things, and I'll eat them all in 10 minutes. I just devour them. It's unbelievable. So I can't believe that exists.
Might be the beer for you, my friend. How about you? What are you smelling? I'm curious.
It actually smells like a triple almost a little bit. It's reminding me a little bit of the St. Bernardus triple. Very malty in the aroma, but a little bit, you get a little bit of spice, a little bit of fruit there as well. I think this beer is going to be all about the taste and the mouthfeel from what I could see because of that intense carbonation. So my friend, cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Happy closing beer bracket.
Happy closing beer bracket.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. That's good. Oh, your face.
Oh my God.
Your face.
Oh my God.
Are you having a moment? Are you having a beer moment right now?
It's a beer moment. It's unbelievable. I mean, and I'm sorry if I'm just jumping into it, but I have to tell you because it's amazing.
Please do.
So the aroma translates perfectly on the taste, but it even goes beyond on the taste. It's just you taste that slight thin layer of mint on your tongue, the chocolate coating your palate, and then you get this warmth from the barrel aging. It comes across, but it's very subtle and gentle. A lot of times, we've talked about that alcohol that comes across very intense. Here, it's just you almost can't taste it. It's just a gentle warmth. And I want to say it's almost, it's 10.8%. I don't believe that. It's so light. It's so delicious. Ooh, I wish you could taste it, man.
10.8. Oh my God. Wow. I can't get over that.
How about you, my friend? What are you experiencing there? Tell me all about it.
It's very, saisons were meant to be thirst quenching beverages, right? Like we said,
Yes.
served to workers on the farm. So kind of like the Tout le Monde that we reviewed by Unibroue. It's very much along the same lines. There's a little bit of, you can pick out some fruits and citrus elements in there, but they're very much kind of in the background and they're not too overwhelming. Malty, it's not overly hoppy. The hops are very much, they're secondary in the flavoring on this beer. It's very bready. And the fruits just give sort of like this nice little background layer to it. It's a fantastic beer. This is really delicious. It's really refreshing considering the alcohol level too. I mean, it's 6.5%. I mean, it goes down like a 5% beer or something, even a little bit less. It's very light in body, very highly carbonated. You know what? The more sips I taste, I get like a burnt bread taste on this, which is interesting. And that's something that gives it something a little bit unique, which is really nice. It's delicious, man. This is really good. I mean, this is something you could easily sit down in the summer, chill a couple of these. You could easily drink 2, 3, more of these if you want to. Sip them, really enjoy it. It's flavorful, but it's light. It's really sessionable. Saison Dupont.
I was going to ask you, that burnt bread, is it almost like the crust of a ciabatta? Like, you know how those nice, like, deep, like, intense, like, notes that you get from the crust of the bread? It is
like the crust of a ciabatta bread. It is, exactly. Very deep, intense, sort of like almost honey-like, almost like slightly like caramelized burnt bread. Yeah, it's delicious. It's unbelievable. Before, we need to talk about this before we let everybody go for today, but I mean, what's the finish on that one like?
I gotta tell you, my friend.
Please do. I'm just living vicariously through you right now, so please just tell me everything.
I can't get over how complex and how masterfully well crafted this beer is. Like it's unbelievable. You know, a flavor like mint, in my opinion, is very easy to overdo. And a lot of times, you know, I'm
especially in a beer.
Exactly, like you. But here, it's so ethereal. Like it's there, but it's not there, and it shows at the very front on the nose. A little bit when you take a sip, and then it completely disappears because the chocolate takes over. You have that like a barrel aging that shows off. Like you taste that like almost like whiskey like notes, like on the Ola Dubh. But then in the end, the chocolate comes back, and that mint just comes through, and just like it's just so amazing. Like it just like Guinness does. Like they have this amazing way of saying goodbye at the end and inviting you back into the glass. I wish you could try it, my friend. One day.
They have this amazing way of saying goodbye. They do. I am so unbelievably jealous right now. I mean, we all had delicious beers. I can't be too jealous. I had the white whale, but my friend, I think this has been my favorite episode of Beer Bracket of the Month so far. This has been amazing. These beers have all been fantastic. I'm so happy we got to try them together. Everybody, cheers. Let us know down below if you're watching along. What beers have you opened and closed your beer brackets with along with us? Let us know. Hopefully you're having one with us. Why watch a YouTube video about beer if you're not having a beer yourself? Right?
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Do not ever forget to close your beer brackets because there are dire consequences for not doing it.
Cheers.
Just go back and watch our Halloween special. Cheers, everyone. See you next time. Ethereal.